Every computer you own is running one of these, and its spec sheet is full of numbers most people quietly ignore. Cores, threads, gigahertz, cache. So let's fix that. Here is every CPU term explained, and exactly what each one means for the computer you actually buy. A core is a complete processing unit inside your CPU, a little brain that handles one task at a time. The earliest chips had just one and did everything in a single line until the first mainstream dual-core processors arrived around 2005 and split the work in two. Today, every chip has several, from 4 in a basic laptop to 8 in a typical gaming PC. The strength is simple. More cores means more happening at once. A video call, a dozen browser tabs, a game, and a download, all without choking. The catch is that a lot of software, including many games, only uses a handful of cores, so 24 of them won't make a spreadsheet open any faster. Here's the number that matters. For most people in 2026, 6 to 8 cores is the sweet spot, while workstation chips now pack as many as 64. Quick one. If you like finally understanding the numbers on the box, subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel. A thread is a single line of work a core can handle, and a clever trick lets one physical core juggle two at once. Intel introduced this as hyperthreading back in 2002, and AMD calls its version SMT. It's why a spec sheet often shows two numbers like 8 cores, 16 threads, 8 real cores, each pretending to be 2. The strength is efficiency. While one thread waits on data, the core quietly works the other, squeezing out extra performance for free. The weakness is that a thread is not a whole core. 2 threads never equal 2 real cores. And here's the twist most people missed. Intel actually removed hyperthreading from its newest desktop chips in 2024. So its flagship Core Ultra 9 lists 24 cores and just 24 threads. Sometimes progress means dropping the trick entirely. Clock speed is how many cycles a core runs every second, measured in gigahertz, billions of cycles per second. Chips crossed the 1 gigahertz mark back in 2000, and for years, faster clocks were the whole game. You'll see 2 figures, a base clock for everyday work, and a higher boost, or turbo clock when the chip sprints. The strength is that clock speed is what you actually feel. A higher number makes games and everyday clicks feel snappier on each core. The weakness is that you can't just crank it forever. Heat and power climb steeply, which is exactly why the industry stopped chasing gigahertz around 2005 and started adding cores instead. The record to know: Intel's fastest chip hit 6.2 gigahertz straight out of the box, no overclocking required. Cache is a tiny pool of ultra-fast memory built right into the CPU, holding the data it's about to need next. It comes in levels. L1 is the smallest and fastest, L2 is bigger, and L3 is the largest, shared across all the cores. You'll see it measured in megabytes, a rounding error next to your gigabytes of RAM. The strength is speed. Grabbing data from cache is dramatically faster than the long trip out to system memory, so a bigger cache keeps the cores fed and busy. The weakness is that it's expensive and physically tiny, so there's never very much of it. And here's where it gets real for gamers. AMD's X3D chips stack on extra cache. The Ryzen 7 9800X3D carries 96 megabytes of it, and that alone makes it one of the fastest gaming CPUs you can buy. Integrated graphics is a small graphics processor baked directly into the CPU, so your computer can display a picture without a separate graphics card. Intel started putting real graphics onto its chips around 2010. And today, most laptops and office PCs lean on it entirely. The strength is that it's cheaper, cooler, and sips power. Perfectly fine for browsing, video, office work, and even light gaming, with nothing extra to buy. The weakness is that it's far weaker than a dedicated graphics card, So serious gaming or heavy 3D work will crawl. Here's the buyer trap to remember. Some desktop CPUs, Intel's F models, and many AMD chips have no integrated graphics at all, so if you don't add a separate card, you'll boot to a black screen. TDP stands for thermal design power, roughly how much heat, in watts, a chip throws off when it's working hard. It's the number that tells you how serious a cooler and power supply you'll need. Laptop chips sit around 15 to 45 watts. Desktop processors run from 65 watts up past 125. The strength of the number is planning. Match your cooling to the TDP and the CPU stays fast, instead of overheating and quietly slowing itself down. The weakness is that it's not your real power bill. Modern chips boost well above their rated TDP in short bursts, so true peak draw is higher than the sticker suggests. For scale, a phone chip sips around 5 watts, while a high-end desktop CPU can pull as much as 250 watts under full load, roughly a games console's worth of power in a single chip. Modern chips don't always use identical cores. Many now mix two kinds. Performance cores, or P cores, are big and fast for heavy work. Efficiency cores, or E cores, are small and sip power for lighter background tasks. Intel brought this hybrid design to PCs in 2021, borrowing the big and little core idea that phones had used for years. The strength is the best of both. P cores drive your game or your render, while E cores quietly handle email, updates, and downloads, saving battery and juggling more at once. The weakness is that your operating system has to send each job to the right core, and early versions occasionally stuttered when they got it wrong. This is why a chip can advertise 24 cores that are really 8 fast ones plus 16 efficient ones, not 24 equals. The socket is the physical slot your CPU drops into on the motherboard, and the generation is which yearly family the chip belongs to. They matter for one blunt reason. The CPU has to physically fit and be supported, or the computer simply won't start. Intel currently uses sockets like LGA 1851. AMD uses AM5. The strength of getting this right is upgrades. AMD famously kept its AM4 socket alive from 2016 all the way to 2022, so owners could drop in 5 generations of newer chips without buying a new motherboard. The weakness is the opposite trap. Intel tends to change sockets every couple of generations, so a new Intel CPU often forces a whole new board. The rule of thumb: always check the socket before you buy. A faster chip that doesn't fit is worthless. So put it all together. 3 buyers, 3 clear answers. If you just need an everyday laptop for browsing, office work, and video, don't overpay. 6 to 8 cores, a solid boost clock, and strong integrated graphics is all you'll ever actually use. If you're a gamer, chase fast cores and big cache over raw core count. 8 quick cores with extra cache, like AMD's X3D chips, will outgame a pricier 24-core monster. And if you're a creator rendering video or 3D, cores and threads are king. Buy as many as your budget allows and pair them with a cooler that can handle the heat. Match the chip to what you actually do, and you'll never pay for numbers you'll never use. And that's every term on a CPU spec sheet, finally in plain English. If this made those numbers make sense, hit subscribe and check out every GPU term explained coming next.